everybody, welcome back to Puppets and Predictions. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Matt.
And I just had a bowl of chili and I'm ready to go. Let's get right into it.
Yes.
So this past weekend was a big weekend for horror thriller movies, of course. We had Jordan Peele's Get Out, $33 million. We haven't seen numbers for that for a horror thriller yet. Even with Don't Breathe and Split.
Very deserving.
Very deserving. It was Split made a tad more than Get Out, but Get Out had such a smaller budget, its profit margins are going to be way, way up.
Shout out to Armand White for breaking the 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, as for that, the box office in general was smaller this week. It was a little smaller than we expected. You know, Lego Batman, Great Wall, John Wick 2, they all had like steeper drops than we called for last week.
Yeah, Lego Batman, Great Wall, and John Wick 2 definitely had those steeper drops. So hopefully they have better weekends this weekend, but we'll see.
That's right.
We also had the newcomers Collide and Rock Dog come out. Collide made a couple pennies and a nickel. Rock Dog made 2 nickels. Why did we even put it in the top 10?
I have no idea.
Well, let's get right into it this week, folks. We have, at number 10, we have Moonlight coming in.
Yes, that's right. Moonlight, the week 13 of Moonlight.
Week 13 of Moonlight, we have a 20% decrease for Moonlight this week. And week 13, we think it's going to decrease only 20% coming off of the Oscar weekend. And we think Moonlight is going to make $3.8 million.
Coming in at number 9, we've got Fist Fight. Here we go with the fists again.
Oh, fisticuffs.
So Fist Fight, we're going to compare to Dirty Grandpa, which in its third week dropped 46.8%. And Horrible Bosses 2, which in its third week dropped 45.2%. We think that Fist Fight's going to do kind of similarly and drop 39% in its third week, making a total of $4 million.
Coming in at number 8, we have Hidden Figures, continuing its success. Only a 28% drop we are predicting for them. It's been decreasing pretty slowly. We say it's going to make around $4.2 million. We also have Matt Damon's Baby Itself, The Great Wall, as Jimmy Kimmel called it, the Chinese ponytail movie. We have a couple movies we're going to compare that to. We have Need for Speed, coming out in 2014. You remember that one with Aaron Paul? And
yes.
Based on the video game, I honestly forgot about it.
Never saw it.
Neither did I. It had an extremely similar opening and second week box office as The Great Wall. So we think it's going to do similarly with the third week drop of 46.8 for Need for Speed, and also Red Tails by our friend George Lucas, that had a 54.3% drop in its third week. So what we're projecting this week in the third week decrease for The Great Wall is 48.5% decrease, with a third week box office score of 4.7 million. This is a steep drop once again for this movie. As the box office gets more competitive in the coming weeks, it is going to sharply decrease after that. Number 6 time. What do you think we got, Maddie?
Oh, I'm not sure. How about a little bit of John Wick 2? I have one-handed word.
Yes, John Wick 2 in its 4th week. We project it's going to have a 47% decrease and make around $5 million. That's what we're saying this week.
And then coming in at number 5, we have the new movie Before I Fall, starring Zoe Dutch? Is it Deutsch? Dutch? However you say it. Anyway, coming in at number 5, we've got Before I Fall. We think Before I Fall is going to make $7.1 million. And then after that, coming in at number 5, we have the movie Before I Fall. And we think Before I Fall is going to make
You just said that, Matt. You just said that, Matt.
Oh, okay.
Move on. Move on.
Moving on to that one. Coming in at number 5, we have the movie Before I Fall. And we think Before I Fall...
No, Matt, same thing. You keep saying the same stuff, man.
No, I don't, man. I'm just moving...
Look at the note cards.
Yes.
Right, you see number 4?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Ready?
Yes. Coming in at number 5, we have the movie Before I Fall, which we think is going to make...
Matt, okay. I might have to take over here at number 4 if you don't stop with the funny business. Bill Murray over here. We got Bill Murray.
It's because that's what the plot of the movie is, you goofball.
Oh.
Okay, anyway.
You darn goofed me this week,
I goofed you. Coming in at number 4, we have The Shack. The Shack it's a religious movie.
It's a religious film. It was definitely a controversial choice having God played by a Hall of Fame NBA player Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
But it's certainly one I support.
It's inspired, I'd say. We're going to compare it to God's Not Dead and God's Not Dead 2. God's Not Dead 1 was released in March of 2014, made $9 million on its opening weekend, and God's Not Dead 2 made 7.6.
Pretty strong numbers for like smaller films. They definitely have the following of the religious communities, so it's kind of cool to see that.
Absolutely. And so we're going to put The Shack on a similar note with making $8.6 million in its opening weekend.
Coming in at number 3 this week, we have Lego Batman in its week 4. We think it's going to decrease around 42.5%. Still an $11 million take for this film. The returns are going to start getting smaller and smaller as we go, of course. But it's an animated movie, and those movies always have legs. Always have legs, from storks to trolls to just about every animated movie. They all have legs for weeks to come. So we're expecting Lego Batman definitely to level out once it hits under $10 million.
That's right. And then coming in at number 2, we've got Get Out back again. We're going to compare it to the movie Don't Breathe, which in its second week dropped 40%. The movie Split, only about a month ago, which dropped 35.9% in its second week. And Chronicle, which dropped 45% in its second week. We're going to put that on a similar basis and go with 36% drop in its second week. And we think it's going to make $21.4 million this week.
Yeah, it's doing well. I mean, this 21.4 million we're projecting is even more than many other sites projected for its first week. So, kudos to you, Jordan Peele.
Well done.
Keep making those great movies. All right, and that brings us to the number 1 movie of this week.
Woo!
And in Oscars fashion, in a very exciting reveal, envelope.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
You ready to reveal it, Matt? The number 1 movie this week?
Yes.
Let's do it. And the number 1 movie of this weekend. The number 1 movie.
Come on. La La Land.
La La Land. Can you believe it? Week 13, La La Land back at the top, baby.
Unbelievable.
It's done it.
Unbelievable. We think it's going to make $3.8 million, going down 20%. And it's crazy that this movie is still just
Wait, there's been a mistake.
There's what?
There's been a mistake. Logan is your number 1 movie of this week.
It lost, by the way. Wow, Logan. Okay, so Logan. I gotta get the correct predictions. Logan is we're gonna compare it to.
Wait, I just want to say what happened. I was given the envelope, and when I opened it, on the card it said Emma Stone, La La Land. I wasn't trying to be funny.
Well, you were, Ryan. Actually, it wasn't funny at all, because we didn't even have time now to do my Logan Wolverine bit. We're going to compare Logan to Days of Future Past, which had an opening weekend of $90 million. And we're also going to compare it to Captain America Winter Soldier, opening weekend of $95 million. X-Men Origins Wolverine, opening weekend of $85 million. And we think Logan is going to have an opening weekend of $86 million.
Yeah, 86 million sounds about right. We don't think it's going to do as low as The Wolverine, which was in the 50s and $60 million range. We think it's going to do a little bit better because it has the R-rated tag on it, which Deadpool did very well with the R-rated audience. Even though this isn't really going to be a comedy, we still think it's going to do well. And it's going to be Hugh Jackman's last film portraying Wolverine. And people are really going to want to see that as he completes this 2-decade-long run as this iconic comic book character.
Yes.
And that's the box office this week, folks.
Yeah.
We have some impressive numbers by Logan, as you see, and we have some declines in a bunch of other movies. So now it's time for our favorite segment of the night, The Final Word.
The Final Word.
All right, Matt, what is your final word this week?
My final word is snicked. You know, the sound that plays whenever Wolverine's claws come out. Because Logan, you guys, is going to be awesome, I hope.
Can you make that sound again you made with the hastily made prop hands we have?
Snicked.
My final word is Warren Beattied. You know, like, you got Warren Beattied. It's like a new show, like Punked,
Yeah.
where instead of Ashton Kutcher coming out, it's just Warren Beatty trying to explain what happened in this situation.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Well, that's all we got today. And I just wanted to reiterate, when I pulled out the card, it said Emma Stone.
No, you don't
La
have
La
to do
Land.
this again. See you next week, everybody.
See you next week, folks.